Hey everyone, this is the Obsessed Movie Man, and we're back in the movie room, and I have a new shelf to show off. I don't know how long it's going to last here, but yeah, this is the VHS shelf. I was basically inspired by my good friend Tag Movie Reviews, and some of these VHS tapes he gave to me, some of them, or at least one of them, another friend gave to me, and some of them are also childhood memories. And I've gotten some VHS tapes over the years. I've lost a lot of the old VHS because 90s kids, we grew up on VHS tapes. That was our Blockbuster, that was our Hollywood Video, that was our mom and pop's kind of stores, all that stuff. And so I thought it'd be fun to like dig out the remaining VHS tapes I have and some that I've gotten and some that friends have given me, and I thought I would just take a look at them. So this my sister gave me this is gonna be, alright, let's try and figure out how to get this out of here. This is the VHS tapes for Star Wars, and I really wanted to show this off because I don't have the original uncut Star Wars on VHS, but this is the first time they were re-released, special edition. It has a little Darth Vader there, and it has all three movies. Pretty cool, I think. And so here's these. I remember the Tag got me these, the big box ones for The Lost World, Jaws, and Jurassic Park. I remember my friend, from my childhood friend, had these specific Jurassic Park VHS tapes. This one I distinctly remember. It just always creeped me out because I never knew what the eye or what the rest of the face looked like before seeing this movie. It always terrified me. Like, what the heck is this thing? Is this like a dog? Is this a cat? Oh, it's a T-Rex. Duh. And here's Jaws, another one from Tag Movie Reviews. Kind of a 3D version of Jaws. Not like a movie, but it's not a 3D movie, obviously, but it's just like a 3D kind of image. And what's cool about this, and I forgot about this, was that the second tape could either be, depending on how long the movie is, the movie could be continued on a second tape, or you could have the second tape for the special features. So good to know, even back then, you get special features on physical media. So another one from Tag Movie Reviews, Temple of Doom, which I don't hate Temple of Doom. I know a lot of people give it a hard time. It's not my favorite Indiana Jones film. It's my second to last favorite, but hey, there's nothing wrong with it. I just want to see, because I keep forgetting how to pronounce his name, or what his name is. I apologize, but he just won his Golden Globe a few days ago for my favorite film of the year, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Here's Raiders of the Lost Ark. This, I believe, I got this from a different friend of mine, not Tag Movie Reviews, but I could be wrong. It is unopened. Now, Jurassic Park, I do know this Jurassic Park tape I got because I did a voiceover role for a friend's trailer, and he let me pick any VHS, and this is another unopened Jurassic Park. And Tag Movie Reviews got me Willow. He does not like this movie. I do. I mean, look at this. This is like a pure 80s fantasy cover. I have not seen the Disney Plus Willow TV show. I'm not particularly interested to see how they mess it up, at least in my opinion. Batman. This is a cover. It's bold, mysterious. It's Batman. It doesn't say Keaton and Nicholson's name. Oh, well, it does right there. I forgot who gave me this. I think it might have been Tag also. A lot of these came from Tag Movie Reviews, by the way. Some of them actually came from thrift shops, though. Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie. The Mystery Science Theater 3000 is my favorite show. I have the Funko Pops up there. I have yet to see this because I don't have a VHS player anymore, but I do want to see it. Maybe I can get it on DVD. House of Dracula, again, I guess, unless I know who they came from, I just assume most of these came from Tag. House of Dracula with John Carradine as Dracula, because I forgot why they didn't use Bela Lugosi. I think there was a reason. Maybe that was during his drug addiction time, I'm not sure. With Glenn Strange as the Frankenstein monster, and I forgot who it was that played the mad scientist. He's kind of like a Mr. Hyde character. Creature from the Black Lagoon. I made a trade with Tag. I forgot what I gave him, but I got this, and I traded the sequel because the sequel had Clint Eastwood, but that's all fine and good. I have the DVD of the Creature from the Black Lagoon set, The Invisible Man. What's funny about this one is that it uses an image from The Invisible Man Returns. That's Vincent Price. This is Claude Rains, so that's kind of funny. And here's another. Here is. Oh, here we go. You'd think I learned my lesson from the last time this happened. The Lost World. This is a silent film. I have never seen The Lost World. This is based off the book, not to be confused with Jurassic Park: The Lost World. And this is a Willis O'Brien animated film. This was right before King Kong. So I do need to see that movie. I really would like to just get a VHS player. Now, before we go to the back, I'm going to have to pause the camera so I can get these out of the way. So hold on. And we're back. So these are the oldest VHS tapes that I have. And they're all Godzilla or Kong related. So I grew up on Suncoast Video at the mall near my house. And I would go always it kind of freaked me out because there was some anime stuff and I didn't know what anime really was. Like it was cartoons, but it was kind of creepy looking cartoons, at least from a kid's eye. And I loved I even had Ninja Turtles, the 90s Ninja Turtles movies for a while. I don't know what happened to it. Obviously with a lot of these VHS tapes, they just disappear over time. But these are what remain. I might have had a few more Godzilla tapes, but these are, again, what I have. So I used to watch this a lot with my grandfather. King Kong. It had a little behind the scenes at the beginning of the movie, so that's cool. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. These were all the American cut, by the way. They're not in the best condition, but it was funny. It had Godzilla's stomp of approval. Loved it. So there's Raymond Burr, who was only in the American cut. And they would have commercials for other movies at the end, which is cool. King Kong versus, and they also had taglines, the two mightiest monsters of all time, and they had other things that were kind of funny and cool. Godzilla versus Mothra. Some titles actually went with Godzilla versus Thing, and they all had unique images, and they talked about the bonus features at the end, so that's cool. They had that even back then. Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. And what's cool about this one, because these were almost all released by different people, and if you got these two, you could form an image of Godzilla, but you had to get the other tapes, and I never collected the other tapes. I didn't know that was a thing until I was an adult, ironically enough. So let's see. You can build out the 80 Godzilla. I think it's Return of Godzilla. It's not completely formed, but it was a cool idea. Here is Godzilla versus the Sea Monster, or Godzilla versus Ebra. They had a kind of different look for Godzilla right there. I'm not sure if that's from the movie or not. So there's that. Hold on. Please stay with me while I fumble this stuff around. Son of Godzilla with... oh no. Oh no. He looks even more hideous than he does in the movie there. And it has this tagline that's always stuck out with me that I just find funny. Where is Mrs. Godzilla when you really need her? That's a good question. Where did Manila come from? I think he was a different member of Godzilla's different species. He was not among Godzilla's species. That's just what I've heard. That explains a lot because he doesn't look like him. Destroy All Monsters, this was a cool one because, like, look at this cover. Available for the first time on home video. And this is a cover. Biggest monsters of all time and their biggest movie ever. This isn't even all the monsters. Baragon here, he's barely even in the movie. It's really funny. And also what's cool about this, you got the logos for the monsters that show which monsters are in the movie. That's even that continue on to DVD. This I thought was kind of funny. Just show like a production of still kind of, I think. There's Varan, who was in the movie for like this shot. And that kind of looks a little different. Baragon looks a little different, I always thought, than he does in the movie there. Godzilla's Revenge, which is usually regarded as the worst Godzilla film, and I can agree. It's mostly just stock footage. So, Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, and they spelled Ghidorah's name wrong. The English translation of Ghidorah, it has supposed to have an H at the end, but that's cool. That's cool. Godzilla's back this time. It's for good. Is he there for good, or is he not? And Godzilla and Mothra, the Battle for Earth. And it's funny, there's this one that's Get Ready to rumble. There's this one, Get Ready to Crumble. Really reusing those titles and just changing them ever so slightly, guys. Here's Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, which I always thought was a weird title because this is the Heisei series, so it's the first time Mechagodzilla appears in the Heisei series. But it's not even the second time Mechagodzilla showed up in film, because there's Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, and there's, Attack of Mechagodzilla. So it's the second time they made a movie called Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Is that, I don't care. Whatever. And Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, this is pretty cool. You have little Godzilla, Mothra, Godzilla and Space Godzilla, and you see all of them. There's also Mogera on the side. It's pretty cool. I know I say that's pretty cool a lot, I apologize. And this, I remember this, the poster for this at the movie theater I went to. I saw this on the big screen. It was actually released in America at some point, and I went with my mom. This was pretty cool. This is there's a lot of texture on this image, on Godzilla at least. Very cool. I said, there I go again with the cool. And the last thing I'll show, I don't have the covers for this anymore, but it was a nice, neat cover from what I remember. It was a documentary on movie monsters, specifically Godzilla. So here's volume 1, and I remember that the tapes wore out over time because I played it so much. And there's movie number 2. So those are my VHS tapes, guys. I just wanted to show those off because thanks to Tag and my sister and other people who've donated VHS tapes over the years, I've really gotten into collecting them again, and I would like to see if I can find more. Especially, what I'd really like to do is either collect the remainder of these two, so I can build Godzilla, or at least collect more Universal Monster films. But yeah, those are my VHS tapes. There is a review on the way for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I just got the stop motion animation done for that review, and I'm gonna do the voice-over narration for it tomorrow, hopefully. And that should be out, I don't know when, but I'll see you guys soon, and there will be more content on the way. Take care, thanks, and see you guys later. Bye.